Welcome back to Firepower. If you want honest gear talk without the fluff, you're in the right place. Before we get into it, do me a favor. Hit subscribe, ring the bell, and drop a comment telling me what budget gun you already own. That helps the channel, and it puts you on the list for the torture test video we're dropping next. Today I'm taking 7 pistols that retail under $300 and putting them through the kind of scrutiny you normally pay $1,000 for. I'm not here to hype names or push brands. I'm here to tell you which cheap pistols you can actually trust when the stakes are real, and which ones you should leave on the shelf. I ran these guns with a consistent test protocol, mixed ammo sweeps, speed and accuracy drills at 7, 15, and 25 yards, magazine change drills, and a reliability log that tracks every failure, every stovepipe, and every feed issue. I also inspected each sample for the things that matter in real life: slide to frame fit, extractor engagement, feed lip integrity, barrel crown condition, and magazine lockup. If you buy any of these, do the same. Specs aren't vibes, they're facts. And facts matter when the brass hits the ground. Starting with the smallest package that surprised me the most, the Ruger EC9S is the kind of pocket 9 you grab when concealment is the mission. It's tiny, light, and unapologetically economical. With a roughly 3-inch barrel and a 7+1 capacity, it disappears on the belt and behaves like a responsible carry piece inside 15 yards. Expect snappy recoil and sharp muzzle flip. It's not for fast strings at distance, but if your daily context is a crowded city or deep concealment under lightweight clothing, it holds its own. Functionally, the EC9S ran common factory 9mm with a reliability rate that impressed me for the price point. The ergonomics are thin. Big hands will feel crowded. The trigger is heavier than more expensive polymer compacts, so deliberate follow-ups are your friend. If you choose one, check the takedown pin, guide rod area, and magazine feed lips, and run a 300 to 500 round mixed ammo reliability sweep before trusting it for daily carry. With a low $200 street price, the EC9S is a pragmatic choice if you accept its limits and train to them. Next up is the Taurus G2C, a pistol that earned a reputation for offering a complete defensive package without demanding your mortgage payment. The G2C brings a full safety stack: manual safety, striker block, and trigger safety, alongside restrike capability, which is a practical backup if you encounter a stubborn primer during training. At just over 20 ounces unloaded and with a barrel around 3.2 inches, it balances controllability and concealability. On the range, the Taurus shows predictable trigger behavior and repeatable hits out to 25 yards when you work the fundamentals. What pushes the G2C into contention is the aftermarket support. It's common enough that mags, holsters, and sight options are easy to source, reducing the overall cost of ownership. The caveat is that the trigger isn't match grade, and long strings reveal heat and wear areas earlier than premium models. Buyer tip: examine the striker, check magazine fit, and plan on upgrading sights if low light carry matters to you. The PSA Dagger earns a nod not just for its performance but for the ecosystem it plugs into. Designed to accept Glock 19 magazines, the Dagger immediately solves the spare mag headache that haunts many budget designs. If you run Glock gear already, that compatibility is a massive convenience. Ergonomically, it's familiar and neutral with a sight picture that lets you work standard defensive distances without fuss. In my testing, the Dagger cycled well when paired with quality magazines, and follow-up shots were predictably fast, thanks to a reasonable reset. Be mindful that early production units had occasional extractor concerns and small part reports. If you're buying one used or on sale, check extractor engagement, slide rail fit, and striker condition. Run a thorough reliability sweep before you commit to daily carry. The Dagger gives you Glock-like ergonomics and aftermarket ease of life without the Glock price. The Stoeger STR-9 surprised me with how mature the platform feels. The STR-9 offers features you usually pay more for: an optic-ready slide, double-stack capacity, and a grip geometry that locks the hand in place. On the course of fire, it tracked cleanly. The recoil impulse stayed manageable for a double-stack 9mm, and the slide-to-frame fit was tighter than many early-budget entries. Recent production runs show improving quality control, and aftermarket plates and magazines are plentiful, making accessories painless to source. For pragmatic buyers, the STR-9 checks a lot of boxes. It's a modern platform with a factory optic cut, reasonable controllability, and a street price that often dips into the mid-200s. Before you buy, verify extractor function, confirm slide frame fit, and plan a 300-round mixed ammo test. Smith & Wesson's SD9 stands in the middle of the pack as a practical, shootable option that rewards straightforward training. With a 4-inch barrel, 16+1 capacity, and a grip designed to index naturally, the SD9 gives you follow-up capability and manageable recoil in a package that behaves more mature than its price suggests. The trigger has a flat face and a consistent break that helps keep split times tight during extended strings. Independent durability runs and my own extended shooting confirm predictable feeding and solid magazine function across a variety of factory loads. There are notes to be aware of. Older examples sometimes didn't lock the slide on empty, so check the slide stop function and the magazine cutoff behavior when you inspect one. Street and refurbished units frequently push the SD9 under 300, and if you pair a clean sample with a spare mag and a sight upgrade, you've got a very serviceable defensive tool. Ruger's Security 9 is the full-size value contender that refuses to compromise the basics. With a 4-inch barrel and a 15+1 capacity, the Security 9 brings the kind of sight radius and mass that make fast follow-ups and recoil management easier than with pocket pistols. It uses an internal hammer-fired system with a short, consistent trigger pull that many shooters find intuitive for quick accuracy. The platform's balance and grip geometry help it index naturally, and long-form testing shows acceptable accuracy and reliable function across several hundred rounds. Some early runs had slide stop quirks, so verify that function before buying, but the Security 9's overall package makes it a top pick for someone who wants a dependable home defense or range gun without spending a small fortune. Add a spare magazine and tritium or high-contrast sights and you've effectively covered your bases for most defensive scenarios. Now for the pick that flips the script: the CZP-10C. Normally priced above $300, a clean used P-10C is the unicorn of budget carry. A compact that shoots like a full-size weapon. The P-10C's cold, hammer-forged barrel, trigger that breaks in the mid-4-pound range with a short tactile reset, and a grip that encourages natural pointing make it feel more expensive than it costs. In my hands, it pointed and tracked like a larger gun, tamed recoil exceptionally well, and produced repeatable groups at 7, 15, and 25 yards with minimal fuss. If you find one under 300, inspect the slide rails for uneven wear, verify the crown and rifling, test magazines for feed lip integrity, and demand a 500-round mixed ammo reliability run before you trust it for daily carry. When a P-10C shows up clean and well-maintained at a bargain price, buy it. It's the one I'd bet on if I had to choose a single carry gun on a tight budget. Across all 7 of these platforms, the constant was the importance of inspection and training. No budget gun is a magic bullet. Your investment in magazines, a good Kydex holster, night sights, and honest range time is what turns a budget pistol into something you can trust. For any gun you purchase, cycle 3 magazines through it at the counter if you can, then plan a break-in and reliability test of 300 to 500 rounds with a variety of factory loads. Check slide to frame fit, magazine lockup, extractor condition, and barrel crown. Upgrade sights if you plan to carry in low light, and always carry with spare magazines. Treat your cheap gun like you would a premium one, with respect, training, and routine maintenance. So which one takes the top spot? If you find a clean CZ-P10C under 300, it wins for me because of how it shoots and how much confidence it instills. If that option is out of reach, the Ruger Security 9 and the Smith & Wesson SD-9 are both solid, dependable alternatives that reward the shooter who respects fundamentals. The Stoeger STR-9 and PSA Dagger offer modern features and great aftermarket compatibility, while the Taurus G2C and Ruger EC9S are excellent choices when size, concealability, and price are the priority. If this breakdown helped you sort through the noise, drop a comment with your pick and why. Smash like if you want a follow-up torture test. We'll run the winner through a 1,000-round endurance, mud dunk, and drop test and post the full results. Subscribe to Firepower for honest, no BS gear reviews and field tests. Keep your training consistent, check your gear, and remember that being prepared is about practice more than price. Stay sharp, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next range.